Fluency in speaking a language is a skill that many people wish to master, yet it often feels elusive. We've all heard someone speak effortlessly, with confidence, and wonder how they do it. Today, I'll share some thoughts on how to speak fluently. And while this journey might take time and practice, there are clear steps anyone can take to improve their speaking skills. First tip: focus on consistency. The first thing to understand about fluency is that it's not just about speaking quickly, but about speaking regularly. Fluency is the result of practice. Imagine you're learning how to play a musical instrument. If you don't practice daily, you won't improve. The same applies to language. Whether it's 5 minutes or an hour, try to speak every day. The more you expose yourself to the language, the better you'll get at using it. Start with short conversations, even with yourself, and build up over time. Second tip: think in the language. Another important point is thinking in the language. Many learners translate everything in their head from their native language to the one they're learning. This can cause hesitation and breaks in fluency. Try to shift your mindset. Instead of thinking in your first language and then translating, practice thinking directly in the language you're learning. It might feel difficult at first, but this shift helps eliminate the need for translation, making your speech flow more naturally. Third tip: don't fear mistakes. Fear of making mistakes can be a huge barrier to fluency. The reality is that mistakes are a part of learning. When you speak, don't focus too much on getting everything perfect. It's more important to communicate and express your ideas. Fluency comes when you stop worrying about making mistakes and focus on getting your message across. If you don't know a word, try to describe it instead. Language is about communication, not perfection. Fourth tip: expand your vocabulary. Vocabulary plays a huge role in fluency. The more words you know, the easier it is to express yourself. But it's not just about memorizing words. It's about learning how to use them in different contexts. Practice phrases and collocations, and listen to how native speakers use words in natural settings. The goal is to have a variety of words and expressions at your disposal, so you can adapt your speech to any situation. Fifth tip: improve pronunciation. Pronunciation is another key to sounding fluent. While perfect pronunciation isn't necessary, clear pronunciation is essential for being understood. One way to improve is by mimicking native speakers. Listen closely to how they pronounce sounds, stress syllables, and intonate sentences. This will help you develop a more natural rhythm and flow in your speaking. Sixth tip: engage in conversations. Engagement with others is essential for developing fluency. Find people to talk to, whether they are language partners, friends, or even online communities. Regular conversations give you the opportunity to practice in real-life situations, which is one of the fastest ways to improve. You'll get immediate feedback, learn new expressions, and become more comfortable with spontaneous speaking. Seventh tip: listen actively. Listening is a key aspect of speaking fluently. To speak well, you need to understand how the language is used in everyday contexts. Watch movies, listen to podcasts, and pay attention to how people speak. This helps you learn new words and get used to the rhythm of the language. The more you listen, the more you will internalize the language, making it easier to use when it's your turn to speak. Eighth tip: be patient and persistent. Fluency doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, and there will be ups and downs. You might feel stuck at some points, but don't give up. Be patient with yourself and keep pushing forward. Remember, the key to fluency is persistence. Even on days when it feels hard, just keep going. Over time, you'll notice improvements, and before you know it, speaking will feel much more natural. So, if you want to speak fluently, remember, practice regularly, think in the language, embrace mistakes, expand your vocabulary, focus on pronunciation, engage in conversations, listen actively, and be patient. Fluency is a journey, not a destination. Keep working at it, and you'll find that speaking becomes easier and more enjoyable with time. Thank you for listening, and I hope you find these tips helpful on your journey toward fluency. If you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more tips. Also, leave a comment below, sharing your thoughts or any questions you have. I'd love to hear from you.